My first outing to kick off 2023 was to go with some friends to laser tag. Now, when we got there, there was a party of kids, and those kids took this war seriously.
They keep getting me! Oh my gosh, this is crazy. No! Okay, I'm gonna actually try to score some points, okay? I'm gonna try to score some points. It's definitely been over for me. It was over the moment I started.
Are we gonna be in the vlog? Hey yo, follow me at Mark for my photography, and follow my brother at Mark Terrell Comedy. It's totally two different people. That's not me using a stage name.
Okay, do you have anything?
So, how's it going?
Hey. Oh, she's eating. Sorry. Okay, so to me, this year is going to be all about the vision board. I'm going to basically try to build one out on my iPad. I did a vision board twice in my whole life, actually, and neither time did anything come true on the vision board. But I know more now. Like, I know how to goal set in a practical way. I know how to probably put incremental things on the vision board. I know how to be more disciplined now and to do other things that go into it, such as being positive. Working on my mindset, I know is a big deal. How's the vision board going to work if your mindset's jacked up, right? I used to be much more into it when I was younger, and I just gave up on it because I just felt like it never worked. But now that I'm older, I really don't believe it's that it doesn't work. I believe that it's me, there's something that you're doing wrong. So just like with everything else, it's trial and error. So I came here to work on that after I watched this girl's viral video about how she used her vision board and her visualization and all of that. I'm more organized now that I'm older, so I know how to I have an agenda. I wasn't like that when I was younger.
My new friend Mark invited me to watch him perform stand-up comedy at the Comedy Chateau.
I've been in LA for about 6 years now, and I feel like a local. And I'll tell you why. It's because last week somebody tried to convert me to the Church of Scientology. Yeah, it's fun to be one, isn't it? So I'm talking to this guy, and he's a friend of mine from work, and he just kind of opens up on me. He goes, "Hey, I think you would really benefit from coming to the church with me this weekend. I'll show you around. Maybe it's something you'd be interested in." And I said, "No, thank you. I'm not looking for a religion change." He goes, "You're just afraid you're going to like it." And I was like, why am I turned on right now? What the
Yeah, I now identify as translucent. I've written a book about games. I've got a master's in journalism from Columbia. I tell you that so you know how far I've fallen.
You're probably wondering from this ethnically ambiguous greaser standing before you right now, I am both part Asian and part white, part Filipino and part of the problem, and it was weird growing up. Boston's a predominantly white part of the country, and as a kid I looked very Asian. As I grew up, grew my beard out, got glasses, grew my hair out, started looking like the fifth member of Mumford and Sons. So I stopped.
My first comedy show. Hey!
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. You guys remember him from the laser tag?
Laser tag, that's right.
Hi!
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is fucking awesome.
You want to say anything to the camera?
I want to just say thank you for supporting live comedy at the Comedy Chateau.
Yeah,
on the vlog. Hi.
Yes, hi. Is there a way to get all their contact information? I mean, not contact, but their Instagram.
What, the people who went
All
up?
the people, yeah.
I could take a picture of the set list and send it. You could try finding them on Instagram.
Yeah, they were all so funny.
Yeah, I know a bunch of them, so but I don't know all of them. Let me go take a picture for you.
Can I go?
Oh yeah, if you want it.
Alright.
So there's the Felix room and kitchen. This is for confessional. So this is the great room. You can watch people.
Oh, how cute.
We have a water machine that sometimes works. It's not working today. Okay. And there's a weird brown liquid gathering at the liquid catcher at the bottom. It's not. And by the way, so this fun fact, this club opened during the pandemic.
Really?
Yes.
What? So it's a very young place.
It's a pretty young place. It originally was just the Chateau. It was a French restaurant. But during the pandemic, since the Supreme Court of California ruled that you can't close down a religious service, so the owner became an ordained minister, and they had the Church of Comedy every Sunday.
That's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, what's up, guys? You saw that I went to laser tag. I went to a comedy show, my first comedy show. Never been to one before. But anyway, now back to the real estate. I'm out here today because I wanted to show you guys real quick. Across the street from me, see that green fencing right there? Habitat for Humanity is building some low-cost homes, and what you saw across the street is where they're going to be located. If you don't know what Habitat for Humanity is, they are a global home building organization. They're a nonprofit, and they're in all 50 states and in about, I think, over 20 other countries. They build low-cost homes for their immediate community that their branch is located in. And what I'm doing today is I'm actually going to their information session at the library, and that's where I'm heading to now. And I'm just going to hear all the details about it, like when it comes to the financing, when it comes to what kind of down payment are they expecting. That's all that I'm investigating today.
What equity hours are. There are volunteer hours that go towards the construction of your Habitat LA home. 1,076 square feet. There'll be 2 front houses and 6 back houses, and these units are expected to sell between $610,000 and $650,000.
Falls under or above, you will not qualify for this development. So after you determine whether your household income qualifies for this development, we're going to evaluate your ability to afford the monthly mortgage payments. You must complete a HUD certified home buyer 8-hour education workshop, either with us or another organization that offers it. Complete the Habitat LA post-purchase education program, participate in Habitat LA events.
The cost, and that's estimated to be about 3% of the sales price.
Okay, time for my initial first impression. So one major thing that jumped out to me about the program. Now, Habitat for Humanity has been doing real estate longer than I've been alive. But I must say, I think they have a different definition of what low income is than my definition. Because let me tell you what I think of when I think of low income. I think of people living paycheck to paycheck. I think of, that famous statistic that says 59% of Americans are one emergency $500 bill away from a financial crisis. So during the financing portion of that presentation, when they mention you need to have a $6,000 down payment ready in your account, on paper, you need to show that you have that down payment ready, and the funds need to be available in the account throughout the application process. And, you need to also show on paper in your accounts you have savings in reserves for other unexpected things that maybe could come up. And, the loan for the $220,000 loan that you must qualify for, you have to, the payment for that would have to only be 1/3 of your income. All that makes me think that doesn't sound like low income. That sounds more like moderate income. I don't picture low income having just all that money lying around. You know what I mean? So that was the first thing that I thought was kind of odd. I imagine, this is just my assumption, I imagine maybe they would say, what you just described as low income, that's more like housing choice voucher program, public housing. That's more like severely low income. I don't know. So maybe our definitions are just different. But yeah, comment down below what you guys think about that. I also wish that this could be more of a grant-centered thing. I don't know if you could hear in the video or if you could see on the screen, there was possibly 2 to 3 levels of loans, even though one would be forgivable. One is provided by Habitat. I don't know if that has to be paid back like down the line. So there's a lot of questions that I have. All I know is that it seemed on the screen that they showed that there's 2 to 3 levels of loans that a person would have to take out, you know, for the home, for it to be affordable. And I just wish that if it was truly for low income people, I wish that it would be more grant centered, not just different types of loans. So that, you know, a grant is obviously, you don't have to pay that back. It's a complete like gift. So yeah, I wish it was more grant centered. That's my only thoughts. But other than that, the homes are going to be beautiful. Love Habitat, what they do for their surrounding community neighborhoods. So please comment down below your analysis of what you think low income is versus how they're describing what their financial qualifications are and calling it low income. But anyway, I do intend to also call up their hotline and ask some of these questions. Maybe their answers might change my mind on something or provide more clarity for me. And if I do get a lot of good information as I do more research on the program, I probably will do a YouTube video on Habitat and what they're doing in this area. Plus, they're going to have another community development building in Long Beach similar to this one. So another opportunity for Long Beach residents to apply for those housing developments. Hello, we're back on camera. So what I mentioned was that it's been a little bit of a hectic start to 2023. That's why I'm like starting my first vlog so late in January. You can't really vlog when all you do is on the phone, on the computer constantly. So get myself out to a little solo dinner this evening. I'm gonna have a little surf and turf. And when I sit down in the restaurant, I'm gonna give you guys a little recap of what has been taking place. So I mainly wanted to virtually go out to dinner with you guys and recap my holiday vlogs. You saw in my last vlogs that I went out and I took the pamphlets that I designed and I dropped them off on people's doorknobs. Now I did go out a few times after that where I actually did knock on the doors and I did actually have conversations with people. I didn't film that because, you know, like when you're in that type of zone, it's kind of stressful, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of stressful since it's still some of my dry runs doing it. I'm not a pro yet, so I didn't vlog those times, but I will in the future. But anyways, my only script talking to the people was, do you have any plans to move or buy an investment property in the new year? And of course they all said no. So my next step is just going to be to, you know, periodically visit those people, especially the ones who are particularly friendly to me. I want to continue to build that relationship since they seem like they're open to it. I also wanted to announce that I've begun doing home tours on my Instagram page. I want that to be a staple as I really figure out what I want to do with social media, what I want my strategy to be. So besides that, I've also come up with a month-long schedule, one that I believe can be easily repeated, one that I think is really going to give me the consistency that I need to be successful. Because as I always mention to you guys, it's not the easiest thing doing a day job plus real estate. So having a month-long schedule that can be repeated every single month, I hope solves that. Also recall that I mentioned to you guys in a previous vlog that there's a more seasoned realtor in our coaching network that I was going to partner with for doing mailing packets to different neighborhoods, and if one of the homes were to list with her as the agent, I would get a piece of that payout. So I do know that she has been traveling a lot recently. I did call her at the start of the new year and she was like, yeah, you know, like let me give you a call on Monday and everything. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. She didn't end up calling, and I'm not blaming her for that because, you know, I can tell that she's just been really busy. And also they post the stats of how many closings that each agent has, and she has a lot. So she's doing very well in her career. And so, you know, as far as I know, it's not off the table that we're going to partner that way. I think she's just really busy. And I know what that feels like, to have just one more thing on the to-do list. So I think we're still going to do it. She's just busy. So I'll continue to follow up with her for that. The only reason I'm mentioning it, not to blame her in any way, the only reason I'm mentioning it is just to update you guys that it has not come to fruition yet. But I'm really hoping for that this year still. This food is really filling, by the way. Oh, and the wait staff is really nice. Every time I've come here, they've been very friendly, so I love that. But anyways, as you saw, I kept in touch with the friends from Laser Tag. We met up again and went to the comedy show. And not only that, but I also kept in touch with the friends that I met at the magazine launch party, if you watched that vlog. So that in and of itself means that my year has started off fantastic, because me and each of these people do have plans to meet up further in the future. So yeah, I'm glad about that. I'm actually making friends now, so that's cool, right? Other than that, on the friendship front, I have also continued with the activism that I'm involved with, where it comes to, I've mentioned it briefly in the past, where it comes to helping people, you know, get the toxicity out of their homes and support American manufacturing with what they purchase. So I've continued with that, and that also keeps me incredibly busy. But anyway, I love this restaurant. Whenever I want to come and just kind of regroup, work on my iPad, have some good steak and lobster, I treat myself to this restaurant. So kudos to them for being one of my favorite places. So make sure to like, follow, subscribe, all of that. Comment down below if you feel there was something in the holiday vlogs that I touched on yet I never followed up about it on. And on that note, I think that's pretty much all I have to catch you guys up on. So I'm just going to finish up my meal, and I will see you in the next vlog.